he's now worth 1,464,554,014 quid. Attack him. You do not mess with the king. Brighthawk is crying. Oh my god, he died for his enemies. Except for overpower, because, you know, he was not murdered, okay? He was executed by the king. There was no ceremony, of course. It was just sort of like a spur of the moment, and the king went, "You cheat on me, fine," and just punched him in the groin. Well, give him a right hook in the groin. I know, skip the funeral. I couldn't be bothered, apparently. I suffer from depression. Again. You know what? I know what cheers him up. This always cheers him up. You know, a little bit of execution, a random construction worker, and well, something crushes them. Could be on the side, I guess. No, it means main gate. Maybe they work on the main gate. I don't know. He's not happier though. So we'll have to go again. Well, we'll just say a random firearms activist. Well, I mean, try swords activist. Oh well, apparently they didn't like swords. Should have accepted that. Egypt Sculpture's an overrated loser. Come on now, that YouTube star, seriously, an overrated loser. Well, just like, I mean, turn the insult. Don't just say he's overrated. Just saying, like, the YouTube stars are kind of what he was going to be, so you know. Anyway. So, the thing that you're able to do though with these one-night stands is go to X's and then go to your fling here, call him, and then start dating him, and then just see. Of course he would. I mean, you don't want to say no to this fella. He'll kill you if you do. He's 14, so soon he'll be of age to brutally murder. Not that I would ever do that, you know. So, yeah, it's just royalty, execute someone, just random time. Now, at this point, you have to wonder. He's crushed people, he's catapulted them. I think he has given them a behead. I think he has given them Frank Club before these rats, yes. I mean, arrow to the heart, why not? Ow. You even want to do more into environmental problems, yeah. Don't want, I've told people before, you don't want to, you know, do this. He's a very violent fella, and he thinks he can do whatever he likes. So, you know, you just, you want to be careful. Because okay, now, what you do in this situation is that, you know, you have to, when you're the king, you can get very angry and nobody really stops you, which is pretty much a bad thing. It's a very bad thing. Because now he's going to have him clubbed to death. That's... well... No, let's skip it. Because there's not much point, is there? Disprove his major and tell him to study... political science. Is that more? It's like, no, I don't like your tuition thing that you're studying. I want to choose something that's actually more expensive. So, we could just do both things at this point. But, Social media star mentioned you were an overrated douche creep in award acceptance speech. Grim insult. So he managed a bit of fame because it's been like 10 years since he published his last book. People want to read all about the king, and it's definitely apparently they don't. He's earning a little bit of money. He's earning a bit of cash, that's $250,000 from just one, thing. Why not? I mean, it's only $3,000, but fame. Want to talk show? Oh no, so go on to talk show. That seems a bit strange. Like you'd think you'd have more than that. Oh no, not the son. No. Just want to kill the son. That would be really cruel. Like a random bear sinking. Oh no. That's very cruel. He's not a very nice fella, is he? Yeah. You can move it. Like, the thing is, his reputation at this point is so bad that no one wants to be around him, and the only reason why he's still in power is because he is the king, so he controls all the, the people who could remove him out of power, so, that is the problem, I guess, Come on, is it still left the sun? 2.258, yeah, I mean, it's worth quite a bit, isn't it? Yeah. You know what? Sell the earrings, or no. I think I paid like a couple of minutes. Well, now buy some more jewellery. Diamond ring for $9 million. Why not? And sometimes people don't like diamonds, so you can't just stick with diamonds. You have to try other things, like an emerald ring, for example. And of course, maybe they don't like diamonds and they don't like emeralds. People are all different. They're all different. They've got differences about them. They might prefer to have a ruby ring. That you never know. Or maybe they don't like a ruby ring. Maybe they would prefer if they could have, for example, a sapphire ring. They might like that. Then, of course, you might say, well, maybe they do actually like diamonds after all, but they just don't like rings. Because, rings can be a bit annoying. So maybe they would prefer to have like a necklace, or a pendant, So go ahead and buy that for $49,000. And that's a massive dip, by the way. Like, imagine that. You walk into a jewelry store and you're like, yeah, I'd like a diamond ring for almost $10 million. And also, then when you come back in, I'd like a diamond pendant for $50,000. There's a massive difference there, but anyway, so now that he's spent with the cash on some sort of things, he's secured a couple of million in diamonds and sapphires and rubies that he can have smuggled out if necessary. Why not write a book all about it? I don't want to read it. Oh, you can go on a talk show about it. That's a great impression there. Go. And now, after making a great impression on that talk show, where he was like, I've decided that I'm going to execute a random pickpocket because, why, they took some coins from people's pockets. We melted them down and pushed them down into their throat. So there you are. Why?